Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Joni Rampolla, one of the registered licensed dietitians with Giant and Martin's. And today in our produce spotlight, I am featuring Little Leaf Farms, which is our dietitian's pick this month. So you'll probably hear more about them. And I am making a backyard barbecue salad. So a backyard barbecue salad, I think of as what you bring to the barbecue that has your entree on the grill. And this is like the perfect shareable, refreshing salad. It's delicious and wanted to bring that to my barbecue for sure as the weather's now getting nicer. Oh, there we go. This is our disclaimer. I'm sure you've all seen that before. So here's the backyard barbecue salad. It's a recipe that is intended to serve 6 people and it's ready in just 10 minutes, which is nice. There is a little bit of cooking in this because we're going to fry up some shallots that we put in there, but that cook time is only 3 minutes if you choose to do it. This recipe does earn a guiding star as well. All right, so I want to just give a shout out to Little Leaf Farms. And they have different greens, but the one that I am using is baby red and green leaf. And this is right from their website. The baby green and red leaf lettuce combines the freshness and crunch of their signature green leaf with the delicate color and softness of red leaf lettuce to create the perfect blend for any salad. And I like it just because the red and green add a little bit more color, and the baby leaf is it's just fresh and soft, and it tastes really, really good. And this lettuce, like all of their lettuces, earn 3 guiding stars for the lettuce. Their lettuce is grown in a greenhouse. It's local to Pennsylvania, and that the way it is grown, it brings you sustainably grown local greens all year long. So they're delivered like within a day to your Giant or Martin store, and they're grown hydroponically, which means without soil, and they don't use anything. It's like they feed the plants what they need. So there's no pesticides, no herbicides, no fungicides, and no need to wash them. Like nobody touches your lettuce from the growing to the store. So it's really interesting, their process, and it's just fresh and delicious and worth using in your salad. So that's why I chose this recipe today from them. So because I said that their lettuce, as well as the recipe that we're making, earns guiding stars, I just want to give a shout out to what guiding stars are, because I know every week we have new people come join us. So guiding stars is our nutritional navigation system to help you quickly find foods that are better for you. So you could find guiding stars if you're in our store, it's on the shelf tag to the right of the price, just like you see here, would be a guiding star. So 1 star is good nutrition value, 2 stars is better, and 3 stars is the best nutrition value in that category of food. So foods earn guiding stars if they have more vitamins, minerals, fiber, whole grains, or omega-3 fatty acids, because that's what your body wants, right? That's what keeps us healthy. And it has less saturated fat, trans fat, added sodium, added sugar, or artificial colors, because that's not what we want in our food. So that's how guiding stars are chosen. So where do you find guiding stars? Like we showed you in the last slide, they're on the shelf tag to the right of the price. They're also on some of our in-store signage. If you buy our store brand products, many of them have guiding stars right there on the front of package. It's small and in the corner, but you could still find it there. On our Savory website, so if you go to either your Giant or Martin's website, on the recipe tab is how you could get to Savory. And we have all recipes there. And if a recipe is a better for you recipe, you'll see either 1 star, 2 stars, or 3 stars attached to it. You can also find guiding stars in our weekly circular, in our dietitian brochures or materials, and then in some signage. So that's where you might see guiding stars. And what I don't see on here was online. So if you're buying from Giant Direct or Martin's Direct, if you actually click on the food item, so you don't see it unless you click on it, you click on the food item, scroll down to the nutrition information, and there you will see if it earns a guiding star. So this is what we're making, our backyard barbecue salad. So kind of did this in two columns. So one column is the salad, the second column is the dressing. And again, choose to use this dressing or use your own, but I think it's a nice complement. So 8 ounces of Little Leaf Farms baby red and green leaf lettuce blend. And so I bought two 4-ounce packages to make that 8 ounces. Half a cup of watermelon cut into small cubes, half a cup of sweet peppers, thinly sliced, 3 tablespoons of crumbled feta cheese, 2 tablespoons of shallots chopped. And when I turn off this slide, I'll show you what a shallot is. I know I always get questions about what the different onion family things look like. Half a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, quarter cup of fresh basil, and that's what goes in the salad. And then for the dressing, we're mixing in a blender 1 small shallot that's finely diced, a teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 cup of fresh basil that's tightly packed, half a cup of extra virgin olive oil, and a quarter a cup of white wine vinegar. So what the steps are is in our food processor or blender, and I have a little mini personal blender, just enough to make the dressing, combine all the dressing ingredients, and we're going to blend that. And when I blend that, I'll turn off my volume because I know that can be annoying to hear a blender. And then season to taste if you need to add salt or pepper to that. We're going to add oil to a small saute pan and warm over medium heat. Add chopped shallots and saute until cooked through. And I think that's my cue to warm up my pan. Let's turn on that little heat there. I am just putting it on warm. Then in a large bowl, we're going to dress the greens, add the watermelon peppers, combining it, top with feta, the fried shallots, and torn basil. All right, and we are gonna start cooking. Let me stop sharing my screen here. Perfect. All right, let me open my Q&A. I see there's lots of comments in there. If you don't know your bonus card when you registered, can you still get the points somehow? We have to know your bonus card. You can put in your phone number. That works too if your card is connected to your phone number. Will my account show specifics for bonus card numbers? It doesn't show you where you get them from. You'll just see your points increasing. When will chat come back? All I can say is it will come back, but I don't know a when. Using vegan chicken too. Love that. Happy June. Absolutely. Happy June to you. Do we get points for orders that go through Instacart? You know what? I don't know that answer. Maybe I'll have to ask somebody for that answer. No need to wash the lettuce. No, it is pre-washed. All right, I'm going to stop answering questions for the moment. This is Little Leaf, and it says on it, no need to wash right there. All right, so what I'm going to do first is heat up my shallots. So let me first show you what a shallot looks like. So I bought 2 shallots because it says you needed 1 whole one and then some of another. I bought 2. So they come just like an onion with some skin that's darker. You take off the skin, and that's what they look like inside. So it's almost a little bit like garlic, where it comes in little bulbs looking things. It's not like one solid like an onion is. That's what a shallot is. And then when you finely chop them, that's what it looks like. So it's definitely maybe milder than a yellow onion, not as pungent, maybe more like a sweet onion kind of flavor. I will say when I chop this, I still got watery eyed. I still cry. But we are going to fry these in a pan right now. So my pan is heating up. For those that know me, I always have to say this. Using extra virgin olive oil, it says put olive oil in your pan. And just want to point out right there that first cold extracted, or some say first cold pressed, both are the same thing, but the extracted is a newer technology. What that means is we take olives and they press them, right? And what comes out? Olive oil. So that is extra virgin olive oil, first cold pressed or first cold extracted. And that has the most vitamins, minerals, omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants of all the olive oils. All olive oil is good for your heart. So no matter which one you choose, it's a good option. Use it. But if it's extra virgin olive oil, first cold pressed, and you'll like that's not unique to our brand. There are so many brands that will say that. That is the first cold press. After they have that olive mash, they either heat it or chemically treat it to get additional olive oil. And so it's still good for your heart. It's the right mix of fats that your heart needs and is good heart healthy oil, but it's the most nutrient dense if it's first cold pressed. Little olive oil education. So I typically don't measure olive oil, but we are supposed to put in half a tablespoon into the pan of extra virgin olive oil. So I just did a little pour and we're good. So it's now in my pan. Then I'm going to take my finely chopped shallots and put them in my pan, which I just have it heating on a warm, because I thought I'd put that in the pan, let that just sit and get warm, and then second I'm going to make my dressing rather than the other way around. The directions say first make your dressing. I'm going to keep this in the pan and let that get warm, and now we're going to make our dressing. I'm going to move my shallots aside here. All right. So I'm going to use this personal little blender here as my blender. Let's see, for the dressing, I'm going to put in some shallots. I have some more over here. I think I did that backwards. I think I put in the big one in the pot. Scoop some in there. Little one was supposed to go in the pot. But all right, I have my shallots, kosher salt. So kosher salt is just a thicker, coarser flake of salt. So what that means is if you have a pinch of kosher salt and a pinch of regular salt, the bigger flakes, you're actually getting less sodium because it's bigger. So less sodium, not that salt is any less sodium than another kind of salt, but because of the big flakes, you actually get less in your dish. So we are using 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. I'm going to put that in. And you adjust and make this your recipe the way you want it. Then 1 cup of fresh basil. So I just bought the little basil like plant because 1 cup is a lot, right? And I pulled the leaves off to get 1 cup. It's a lot of basil. I feel like we're making pesto. I love pesto, by the way. I don't know what this dressing's going to look like, but I'm picturing it like pesto. 1 cup of basil, half a cup of extra virgin olive oil. So I already measured that out. And then 1/4 of a cup of white wine vinegar. And I just got white wine vinegar. I just bought a brand off the shelf that was reasonable priced. And what did I say? Quarter cup. Smells like white wine. Perfect. And that's what goes in our dressing. I'm going to close this and I'm going to blend it. And I'm going to turn off my volume so you don't hear me blending it. So you'll me. Perfect. My dressing. Oh, I'm still muted. No, there we go. All right. And I'm going to answer some questions here. Somebody says, Little Leaf is my wife's favorite. It lasts longer than other greens we buy, and she feels it tastes fresher. I agree. It does taste fresher. It's really delicious. Would love to see a video tour of Little Leaf's operation that shows how they grow and handle the lettuce. That sounds like an interesting process. It is, and you can see a tour on their website. If you go to Little Leaf Farms and click on the greenhouse tab, they have a little video there that can just show you what it looks like. If you look at your account online, it has your bonus card number. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Saw the ingredients, but did I miss anything I need to do? So you will get the recipe sent out to you if you missed something in this today. How much is a 4-ounce package? Oh, I don't know. We can look at our website. So this is a 4-ounce package. The recipe calls for 8. So I bought 2. I honestly don't remember the price offhand. But that could be a quick search of your Giant or Martin's website and just in the, once you get there, type in the top Little Leaf Farms and you'll see that answer. Thanks for explaining the difference in olive oils. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for showing the shallots. A lot of people seem to get shallots and scallions, green onions, confused. Yes, I know it is helpful to see them, and the shallots are kept in the store right by the garlic. If you don't like basil, could you use spinach or another herb? Absolutely. I would think another herb just to give it flavor. Why do you saute the shallots? I guess they get um, softer in texture, but also it's the flavor of them. When you have like a fried shallot, it's not as pungent as if you would eat it raw. So mine are just about done. I'm just gonna click through a couple more of these. I know I have a lot of comments here. Could you explain again why the salt flakes have less sodium than the salt granules? So if I would take a pinch or you're saying a teaspoon, the flakes are larger, so less salt sits in the same quantity because the flakes are larger. When the flakes are smaller, you could pack more of them, if that makes sense to you. Yes, thank you. Sounds good. Oh, $3.99 at our Martin's. Thank you for looking that up. Little leaf farm salad. And I don't know the prices are the same everywhere. Why I usually don't say price. Looking forward to trying this at the next barbecue we're going to. Perfect. All right, well, now I'm going to start assembling the salad. So I just have a bowl. Put it right here. And we do have a green dressing that looks like basil. So I love these little things that says hold that tab and pull this tab. Oh, let me read this for you first. Free of pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, fresh equals flavor, greenhouse grown, no need to wash, non-GMO, grown in the USA, actually in Pennsylvania. And then on the back here, it says wonderfully fresh and crisp, pesticide-free, non-GMO, greenhouse grown using sunlight and recycled rainwater. How cool is that? That's what makes it sustainable and actually online, and this is online only. If you go to products where you see guiding stars, you click on them, scroll down to the nutrition, you might see a guiding star there. There is also next to the guiding star, if it earns one, how good, and that is sustainability. So one leaf is good, two leaf is better, three leaves is best. And this is a sustainable product. I believe it earns 2 leaves. So we are going to throw this in a bowl here. And it is just such like a fresh, delicate leaf. Love it. And they have their contact information right at the bottom. I think that's funny. So I am not going to put in my second one, but yes, this recipe calls for 2, but one looks like it fills my bowl nicely, but I need a bigger bowl for the big back outdoor barbecue. So this week, little personal watermelons are on sale, $2.97, which is amazing because if I buy it cut up, it was like $12. So I got the little one, take my little watermelon cubes, I cut it up myself. Sometimes I need to hit the easy button and buy it already cut up, but this one I cut up myself. We're going to add some watermelon. Then it calls for sweet peppers, and I just bought these because I like them. Wash them and put it on the cutting board, and I just chop down that way up until the very top and then just cut off the top. I got mine. So lots of little rings, lots of different shapes of the little rings, just from the way that they were shaped when I cut them. I love little sweet peppers. I'm gonna throw some of those in there. Then feta. It says, let's see, 3 tablespoons of feta. So I just got it already crumbled feta cheese. I'll go heavy on my 3 tablespoons. I love feta. Watermelon, peppers, feta, the shallots, and then fresh basil, and that's what goes in it. So let me turn off my oven. My shallots are done. And they're just, whoops, there we go. Just kind of fried. That just takes some of the oniony flavor out, just makes them milder when you cook them. You don't have to by any means. I'm just following the recipe. I'm going to mix this up. And just the watermelon in here makes it really refreshing as well. Just a nice summer salad. And then the dressing. And the recipe did say put the dressing on before you mix all the stuff in, but I mixed all the stuff in. So this is a great side salad to bring to the backyard barbecue. If I wanted to make it an entree, guess what? You can add your protein to it. So hope you enjoyed class. Thanks so much for being here with me today and have a great rest of your day. And I hope you enjoyed this backyard barbecue salad. Thank you so much. Bye. Have a great rest of your day. Yes, thank you. Bye.